Since this has been such a great date, it would be my pleasure to take your credit card and pay for this meal. No, oh, you want me to pay? How about we make this more interesting? Let's make a deal. Here I have a deck of cards. I'm gonna take just 10 cards out. We don't need the whole deck, 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can take a hold of these and just give them a nice thorough shuffle. What you're gonna do as soon as you're done shuffling is we're gonna give the deck a cut, and then you can go ahead and deal out 2 5-card hands of poker, right? So 5 cards for me, 5 cards for you. And whoever has the worst hand will end up paying. Whoever has the better hand can not have to pay, right? So that seems fair enough. As soon as that's done, right, you're done shuffling, we're gonna give the deck a cut. And now you can take these cards, deal 1 card, each person, until this whole pile has been exhausted. This is the moment it all comes down to. Let's take a look what you have in your hand. You have, ooh, trip 10s. 3 of a kind, that's pretty impressive. I don't even know how I'm supposed to top that. Okay. Here we go. Man. Unbelievable. I ended up getting a full house with kings over 8s. Well, at least you got a great date at it. And that's how you make your date disappear. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Hope you enjoyed that performance. I kind of wanted to get a real world scenario out to you that you probably shouldn't do on a date, but if you can pull that off, mad props. So some background on this effect. It's known as the Dean's Poker Deal, and it's by a guy who goes by the name The Dean, who's a gambling man all the way from New Jersey. I'm here, come get me. Don't actually do that. A very simple card trick, because if I can do it, you can do it, he can do it, she can do it, we can all do it and win every single time. That was pretty good. Now before we dive right into the tutorial, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready to win big. Now grab my favorite deck on Kickstarter and let's do it. I just realized this is the last time I can do this, so I'm just gonna do it. There are just 3 days left on the Canis Lupus Alpha Lux Kickstarter, and we have raised over $9,000, which is insane. I'm honestly thrilled that the project just funded. There were some real ups and downs in there. But since we made it to $9,000, I really want to finish off strong and keep pushing all the way to $10,000. If that happens, I will do a $500 cash prize magic contest on this channel. So let's keep pushing, because if even 1% of you watching this video decide to back this deck, we're done. The link to it will be the first one in the description. Contrary to popular belief, yes, I do know what you're here for. Like I mentioned before, this is a very simple card trick, so I'd rank it like mid-tier beginner, right? Everyone should know how to do this trick. There is a very small setup involved, and that setup involves just having those 10 cards on top. So here's what you need. You need 1 3 of a kind. I got 3 kings. You need another 3 of a kind. I got 3 9s. You need another 3 of a kind. I got the 3 7s, and then you need 1 random card. The order of these cards truly doesn't matter. I just put them on top just as a presentation flair as I'm flipping cards over. The only thing you need to do, and this is one change I made from the original, is I'd like to crimp that extra card, right? So we have all these 3 of a kinds. That extra card, you want to make a small crimp in the corner, right? So I just come to the corner, make a small bend like this. 99.999% of people will not notice that crimp. They just think it's there. So hopefully you can see that on camera, how small crimp it is. That's here. Shuffle up these cards, because the order of these cards no longer matters since you have that crimped card there. And then you're pretty much all set to go. You want to just make sure when you have the cards like this, you can see where that crimp is. Right? That's going to be very important. So you put these cards on top of the deck like this, and you're all set to perform. Now let's say you're out at dinner. You don't want to pay for your meal. You say, let's make a deal. Boom, deal or no deal. What you're going to do is take out those cards. Let's play a hand of poker for it. So you take out the deck. You can give it a false cut if you want to. I have a whole video on it. I'll put the link on the screen. You can give it a false cut if you want to, but it's really not necessary, okay? You just take out the top 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You tell your person that you're trying to win money. I mean, you're trying to get to pay for the meal. You just tell them that we have these 10 cards. You can go ahead and shuffle them. Take these cards, literally give it to them, and allow them to shuffle it up in any way they want. If they want to do an overhand shuffle, riffle shuffle is a bit more difficult. If they want to do a riffle shuffle, if they want to do a Hindu shuffle, whatever they want to do, they can shuffle up the cards. And then you say that's as fair as possible. What you're going to do now is deal out 2 poker hands, right? 2 5-card poker hands. But I don't know you that well, so I don't know your skill level with cards, so I don't really trust you. So I'm going to give the deck one final cut. What you're going to do in this final cut, and that's, by the way, that's very normal, right? Once the deck is shuffled up by someone, you're playing a card game, someone else cuts the deck. That's only fair. So you're going to find your crimp. You can see with the crimp right there. Cut at that location. So the crimped card should be on the top pile once you're separating these cards. Put that down like this and put that down. So the extra card that you had, right, in our case, the Queen of Spades, that extra card that you had, that's going to be on the bottom of the deck. And then you tell the spectator, go ahead and deal. Now, most times, spectators know to deal to you first and then them. But if they're not too familiar with cards, you can say deal to me, deal to you, deal to me, deal to you, until we've exhausted all the cards. So you gesture to deal to you first. So they deal to you, them, you, them, you, them, you, them, you, and them. The last card has to end up with them. And this is why it's so magical. I don't know how all the math works behind the scenes. If someone knows, please feel free to comment because I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. But because they got that last card, they're going to have one hand down of whatever you have, right? So check this out, right? In this case, they have a pair of kings. You're going to end up getting a 2 pair. Check it out. We have a pair of 7s and a pair of 9s. We win. That's it. You can win money and meals that easily. You have this great power. Use it responsibly. For more unbeatable type stuff, click on this video right over here. And to help me do that last push on Kickstarter, click right down below. As always, a huge shout out to all my Patreon producers. And thank you. Love you. See you soon.